Hey everybody, welcome. In this video, I landed 25 times in a row at Tilted Towers. I wanted to see what I could learn, and I figured that this was the place to kind of prove myself and test myself and prove that it's not as really bad as it seems. And so I picked up the explosives here right off the bat, and I knew it was going to be a close quarter situation because I could hear the guy that landed in Grandma's house, and I could also hear the guy that landed below me in gas station. I wanted to just destroy all the cover, knock him down so that I could use my RPG on him, and eventually I was able to back him into a corner and do just that. This was somewhat of a more textbook close quarter situation. I just kind of used up my explosives on this guy. I wanted to maintain the high ground using the truck and also trying to get him off of his build, which is pretty common. You can kind of just push somebody off of the top of their ramp, and you can just maintain it and sit on the high ground. Eventually, I just did it, to get the shot more quickly, and also almost forgot about this trap. So the main thing I learned about that one is get people off the high ground and take it as quickly as you can. So I approach this building and I can hear a guy inside, and I kind of chase him out, but I'm moving slowly and being cautious because I can hear him running around, so that means he hasn't noticed that I'm here yet. I'm able to use the doorway as cover, pop some shots, doorway for cover, and I'm able to walk away with the victory. So here I am, and I'm trying to get above this guy. I don't quite know where he's at, but I know he's below me, and I'm kind of getting lost, and I've actually completely lost him at this point. And unfortunately, I'm trying to maintain the high ground, but unfortunately, I see this guy, and the second I see him, I drop to try to take the shot, which was a little bit dumb. I give up the high ground. He's able to get some good shots on me. I take some stupid fall damage, back myself up into the corner, and all he had to do is hit his shot. So I'm coming in for landing, and I see this guy landing on the roof where I intended to land, and I have nothing else but to avoid the landing. And I go in, I find just the first weapon I can, which was just clingers, and I make a run for it. And eventually I see this guy, and I just start throwing clingers at him and chasing him. I got bloodthirsty, and so I'm just going after him, only thinking about that. I see one trap there. Wasn't thinking enough, and here I am. I find the guy, and he spent time looting, although he only had a burst, but he was able to get the kill. The thing I learned at this one is sometimes that shotguns can really suck. This go around, I pick up the closest shotgun that there is. I run to the guy who I hear. I'm able to get a shot for 9 off on him, but he poops on me. So I come into Trump Tower, and I'm building my way in through the door here, and I find this guy in a box. I'm never a big fan of putting myself in the box because I can't do the edit as quickly as I want to be able to do. So all I'm left to do is shoot down this guy's wall, and he, unfortunately for me, is as bad as I am. We both miss a lot of shots here, get really embarrassed, but he has nowhere to go. He's in a box. All I have to do is hit the shots. Eventually I make that happen. And here we are back going into Grandma's house, and the one thing we learned earlier is if you see a no-skin in Grandma's house, you're going to want to push them. Here I wanted to limit the engagements that I would be receiving from this guy that I could hear. I see he has a ramp there and an access down from the floor, so I block it off with wood. Unfortunately, I can't put anything in front of me there, so I just wait for him to come to me. And now all I have to do is hit my shots. We both seem to not be the best at that. We're just jumping around, jump around. And eventually I'm able to land some shots on him, but I was able to control the engagement, use the corners as cover, and give him a little bit of an unfamiliar, not good position. So I see this guy out here, and I put some shots onto him. He comes back onto me. He's got explosives. Thing I should have done when he started launching his explosives at me, throwing a C4. Instead of trying to continue to shoot him, get him as quickly finished off as possible, I should have built on him. Also should have watched out for lag. Apparently, that's something that happens to me too frequently. Of course, we are in Tilted, and it is close quarters, so all you have to do here is when you see someone like this and you got a shotgun, you just got to hit your shots, and that's basically what we saw me fail to do here. Just missed. Another no skin at Grandma's. All you gotta do here is just make sure to hit your shots. It's just as simple as that. He's given me every advantage here. We're not building on me or anything like that. We're bouncing back and forth on each other, but all we had to do was first one is hit their shots was gonna win that. Back to another no skin at Grandma's here. Just make sure you hit your shots again, even if they do just jump up and down right in front of you. A situation where I'm kind of waiting on this guy here. I'm either expecting him to come through the door or come out the window because I know there's a hole in the wall in the other room in the house. And we're kind of both doing the same thing. I see him pop in the window. Boom. I hit him. He hits me, but apparently his was more painful. This time I was able to hit my shots a little bit more effectively than before. Landed on this one guy as he gave up the high ground, but 1-2 followed him up real quickly. Here I'm hunting for this guy inside, so I'm using my doors. I know he's here. I know he's waiting for me to come around somewhere, so I'm just giving no angle to him, and boom, hit him for 140, and all I had to do was clean him up. He was literally one shot away. Boom, roasted. This is one of the more it feels bad moments I've ever had playing Fortnite. I come across this guy, he's already healing inside of his own little hut. I keep spamming on him, firing on him because I know I got the ammo, and I'm assuming he's going to have some for me when he's done. But he's just not quite having it. I guess even requires a little bit of a build off, slight build off. Forgot that it lasted, even this fight even lasted this long. But he's still in there. I imagine he's still healing. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he doesn't have any heals. That's the problem. But yeah, I'm able to shoot on him, building. Oh, rage quit. Feels bad. I guess this is just a lesson in cunning and patience. I don't know. I just kind of waited on these two to fight it out. Waited for a moment to see if I could get one of them still for even just enough to shoot a shot. This dude did stay still at a certain point. I was able to fire upon him, and I didn't hit him. I mean, I hit him, but I didn't kill him. But killed him with a fall. So now at the very end of this game, I find myself in the final battle with this guy. We both, it's just me and him. He's building up some high ground on me. The storms are coming in. He knocks me down. I don't quite get the angle on him. Still being pushed by the storm. He jumps down on me. There were two opportunities to hit my shots. Probably could have been game over if I was able to do that. And instead he builds up on me. I try to take him out with explosives, but he gets me. And I think, honestly, if it didn't lag, I would have won that game because he was up in the air as the explosives hit. The main thing I learned on this one is be aware of your surroundings. I heard this guy was there, and fall damage comes in all shapes and sizes. You can soften him up. Whoop. Splat. Well, maybe not yet. Not yet. Whoop. And whoop. 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 There he goes. And so I know he's down there. So it's weakens him up for me. I'm able to go in there, finish him off. He doesn't even know that I'm here, and I can shoot him in his bowels. Next victim. This guy just happened to be at the wrong place, wrong time. Boom, roasted. So I run to this guy in Tilted Towers. I guess after blocking my shot, he wasn't sure if he would be able to win this gunfight. So he goes and hides, drops down back on me again. I should have built and blocked his shot a little bit earlier there. Now this time I'm the one to run away. But unfortunately, we've attracted some attention, and a third fella comes in. I bopped him, but he didn't. He really bopped me, and then those two were able to battle it out without me. So here I should have recognized that this was a better player before I did. If you get blocked like that, build up. Don't just go low and wait for another opportunity to get the shot. This guy knew what he was doing, and he hit his shots. I did not, and he bopped me. The close quarters combat means you got to hit your shots, especially when they're given their opportunities to you. If I was able to clean this guy up quicker and not lose as much as my damage as I could, I would have probably been able to beat that second guy too. The lesson here is to make sure you're the one who got the gun. I'm able to get to the gun here. I chase the guy down. Bop, 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 bop. He's got a burst. He'll do some damage, but I'll eventually get the kill. Here I put myself in kind of like a dangerous position on the side of this building. I don't have a ton of mats. I start getting shot at. I start blocking shots. And the thing that I really should have done was get inside this building, like right now, just build up. Instead, I build up and try to get like some sort of angle on this guy, try to take him out. My entire back is exposed, and he's shooting at me. So it's drawing a lot of attention. I'm building. They can see what direction they're shooting from, and then the building, boom, it's a pretty obvious target. At this point, I'm pretty much out of mats. I got two walls left, and I'm getting shot from both sides. There's no way to make it out of that. So I found that there's kind of three things that you should do right away when you get shot at. The first thing is get some cover. The second thing is put pressure on the guy. And then the third thing you need to do is be accurate with that pressure. So here we both have cover, and I start putting pressure on him. I'm starting to take down as little bit of the wall that he has. He tries to block me, but accurate shots make the best of it. And coming up to this second engagement I'm about to put myself in, I did the exact opposite here. I didn't give myself any cover. I didn't put any real pressure on him, and I wasn't accurate at all, and he got me. Here's like another very classic close quarter situation in Tilted. The thing you just have to do here is hit your shots, or you get pooped on. And this dude had a pistol, and he pooped on me. Here I'm in a situation where I encounter two people in a pretty close scenario. The main thing I gotta do here is keep calm. There's the second person. And the main thing I wanted to do is keep the high ground here, and I made the mistake of pushing this guy. So I see him run into there, and he's hiding. I'm missing all of my shots, and so I assume since he's hiding and running away that I'm going to have the advantage. So I tried to build over to him, forgetting about this guy over here, just thinking, oh, well, he's not there, he's gone. And I go in to push this guy, and the guy comes in behind me as I'm getting the push on this first guy, and I don't even get to the first kill. That second guy got both kills there, or actually, I'm sorry, they traded kills, but either way, I didn't make it. So the odds are against me in this situation as I come across two people at the same time. The only thing you can do is just kind of get shots on one of them as much as you can. Try not to miss. When you do start missing, don't start freaking out. I have 78 health as I start encountering this other guy, but he lands more shots on me than I did, especially with having to get the reload in. He got them. For this upcoming situation, I learned from the previous encounter in this exact same space. This guy hits shots on me, and I run away as opposed to trying to push him. There are definitely multiple people. I'm able to find some heals, heal up a little bit, and boom, I'm able to start shooting at this guy, and then I see there's another guy behind him. I focus on one of them, unless the other becomes more of a threat. He jumps down, gives me an opportunity to get rid of this guy, clean him up, get out of there, heal up a little bit more, and then I can go back to focusing on that other guy. I usually just kind of focus on the one that's the bigger threat at the time, but that guy, well, he kind of gave that one to me. Here I know there's a guy inside of this brick building, and I want to eliminate as much of his advantage as I can, so I use those explosives to try to take away his floor. But now he knows I'm there, so I build up to this already built base. He comes right through the floor. I try to cap him. He doesn't. He gets right through it. I'm not able to cap him, and he gets the advantage while I have my blueprints out. Even though this guy literally didn't have a gun, it was a pretty good lesson in using sound to your advantage, because I was able to hear him, and he didn't have anything to fight back with, but the sound totally alerted me to his position. Without that, I wouldn't have known that he was running around behind me, and he would have snuck through. So we're back inside a building, and I have some walls here. I'm able to actually use them to my advantage. There's a guy right inside this room. We trade some shots. I hit some, he hits a little bit, and I'm able to get him stuck in my own builds, use it to my advantage, because he couldn't edit, he couldn't do anything, all he had to do was break. And the same thing happens here. Another guy pops down, we shoot some shots, he tries to build me out. I destroy his building, and he just walks into mine without destroying it, and he gets stuck, and I'm able to use that to my advantage yet again. The main thing I learned on this attempt right here is don't just blindly jump and follow people inside of buildings. That's their own advantage. This guy is clearly got building all over this place. He's clearly posted up here. I can see a trap through the wall right there. So he's definitely made this some sort of a fort. He's got an open door here. He seems to be kind of baiting me in, right? And I fell for it. I let him control the engagement, and boom, he trapped me. This was just a no-skin being a no-skin at Grandma's house. He blew himself up, blew up my cover as well, and took some of his shields with me. This alerted the John Wick that was nearby in this building. He pops down. We trade some shots. He does some good damage. I pop up into this window, don't get him quick enough. He's now got the high ground. I'm a sitting duck with no mats, with nothing to do but hang out below him. And he's going to drop down on me and hit more shots than I do. But right now he's just kind of assessing the situation. He still has the high ground now that I'm in this pit, and it's just a shooting gallery for him. Traps are very useful. Don't forget about them. They can definitely help you out in a tight situation. I got no guns here. I have a guy pushing me. Set down the trap. He will get me, but I got him too. This was just a lesson in don't miss your shots, because if you don't, they'll win. And this dude won. One of the big things that I learned here in Tilted was this was personified in this clip here. I see a guy running away very quickly, and if they run like that, I've learned that's the good time to push, and he was definitely one shot, and plays out the same exact way in this clip right here. I'm building around this guy. I can hear him. We're shooting at each other, exchanging shots, and he has nowhere else to go. As you can tell, I built that. He put himself in a box. He hid. I knew he was weak, and he was, and I got him. So I can hear a guy running around. I hear his footsteps. I know he's close by, and eventually I can tell he's above me, and I can hear him running on the metal, so I build up to him, and I knew I needed to be quick because he's got a nice base here, and he's building it well, and boom, just got to be quick and accurate when you push sometimes. So here's a situation where I started to do the right thing. I got hit and immediately started building. However, I'm spamming walls and ramps, and I'm not actually doing myself any favors here other than really just kind of wasting my mats. And it kind of also gives that other guy a clue as that I might not exactly have be on point at this point in time. And so this is really just a bunch of useless buildings unless this guy unless this guy had some like explosives or something like that. And this dude really just had the better shot. You could see him open up the window there. I go to peek, and boom, he got me. Good shot. Not much to say about this one. Sometimes these things just kind of happen. Pick up the gun, encounter a dude, and he got way too many shots on me. Just another example of the bear eating you. I have no guns, I have explosives, and that's it. Easy shot for him. Here I can hear a guy healing, so I decided to push. It's a good time to push because 1, he's already weak, and 2, he's already doesn't have his gun out. He's healing. He's got some heals out, and I was able to take advantage of that one. Coming up next, I decide to wait instead of just blindly push like I had been, and like we had seen. I learned some lessons there, and I didn't want to be the first one eliminated in that situation. So boom, there's the elimination. I take a shot. It does miss. Wait on the guy a little bit. Decide to go push him because now that I know there's only one of them. And he's got a little bit of the position of advantage right now, right? He's been here the entire time. He knows where to go, and he knows he's more familiar in the setting, and I have to come to him in his place. He's waiting at the top of the stairs. Must have been AFK. Traditionally, that would have been a much more difficult battle. Here's just kind of a standard build and mid-range distance battle that I love. I knock this guy down and get him off the high ground, right? But boom, why did I jump down right there? There was no reason for me to jump down, and now I'm putting myself in a similar situation that he was just in, that I was able to take him out, and now we're in just a classic jump and pump situation. And I hit him for the 7. He takes me out, and that was 25 drops at Tilted. Like this video if you guys learned something new. Definitely subscribe for more. I'm going to be doing another location for sure, or just 25 random drops in general. And thank you guys for watching.